WSP. Uh, I wanted to do a video, man, on whole situation happening right now with the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, um, it's a whole lot of chaos. It's a whole lot of disorder. Within the front office, within the organization, on the court, off the court, and shit. Right? And it's like it's one big ass mess. You know. You can start anywhere from LeBron James to Anthony Davis to definitive players. Russell Westbrook really doesn't fit. Carmelo Anthony is really doesn't fit. Can't play defense. None of that shit. You know what I mean? It's just a bad roster. It's just a mediocre ass roster, man. And it's deeper than what's going on. What's going on right now? You know what I mean? Because right now they're 28 and 31. If I'm not mistaken, right? 28 and 31, ninth in the West, and Anthony Davis got hurt. You know what I mean? Once again, it's it's just one big ass mess with the Lakers right now. You know what I mean? Like I said, the situation is a mess. You know, LeBron James got to take some responsibility for constructing this roster because he signed off on Russ. Also, AD signed off on Russ, and he signed off on Carmelo, who's slow, who's too one-dimensional. Even in Carmelo's prime, is one-dimensional, man. I never understand for the life of me. Any Laker fan can tell me this shit. I'll never understand why in the hell did they break up that 2020 roster? You know what I mean? If the shit ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? But they trying to get too, fancy, thinking any player can fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis and shit. And you get the results for the past 2 years. I mean, they're no better than they were last year, even with all the big ass names and shit. You know? And for me, it's like, I don't know, man. Like I said, you got to take responsibility. LeBron James has to take responsibility at the end of the day for the construction of this roster. Whatever happens from this point on, whether they get knocked down the first round, second round, or don't make the playoffs altogether, right? LeBron James got to wear whatever happens. None of the trade shit, none of the what's going on and everything, right? All that shit. Put that shit aside. You know what I mean? Whatever happens at the end of the day, LeBron James at the end of the day gonna have to shoulder responsibility for whatever happens. But having said all that, some of you Laker fans, man, y'all a straight up mess, man. Y'all really a straight up mess. A straight up mess, man. Straight up. Because I don't understand, like, everything, you know what I mean? Like, people are just saying this shit like, okay, they're making a big deal about a tweet about the LA Los Angeles Rams general manager, whatever the hell his name is. See, I don't get involved in what people say on social media. I don't get involved. I don't read too much into that shit. I don't read too much into that bullshit. Whatever happens, in their personal life, you know what I mean? Their personal, Instagram, Twitter, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, it is what it is. They said it is what it is. But, I was in the Kareem Reports live stream yesterday. You know what I mean? And they're going off in there about what LeBron tweeted and saying F them draft picks and shit, right? And, the bullshit I seen in the comment section, in the chat, I mean, there's some bullshit, you know what I mean? Talking about, oh, LeBron is La China. LeBron ruined the Lakers and ran them into the ground. You know what I mean? And the worst part of all, I wish LeBron was on that job instead of Kobe. You know, these motherfuckers actually was in the comment section saying that shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, but in particular, a bunch of trolls in there. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's a toxic situation, man. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't understand. I don't get what goes through these people's heads, man. What goes through these cats' heads, man, and shit. You know? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but yeah, I do. We all know what's going on with that. You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, like I said, you know, whether you want to read into what he actually meant in that tweet, you know, in that Instagram post and shit, right? Like I said, I don't read too much of what people are saying and thinking on social media, unless they threatening my family or unless they threatening my well-being and shit. You know. So for me, it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how it is, man. It's crazy how it is, man. And it's like that fan base out there is just toxic. You got a mixture of Laker fans who never really wanted LeBron there, number one. And number two, you got a bunch of Kobe fans disguised as LeBron fans who resent LeBron and shit. You know, they resent LeBron and didn't want him there anyway. You know, but it's crazy how this shit is now, man. It's like they putting everything, you know, on one certain player. And then, like I said, he's not. Like I said, I'm not completely leaving him blameless and shit, right? But I just feel like, man, some of these Laker fans, man, it's just they toxic. They toxic, man. And it's like for me, I'm not saying this about Reg Dog. I'm not saying this about Felicia Williams. I'm not saying it's about LA Sports Live. I'm just saying some of the people, it's crazy. Some people that think it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's like how they think and how they move and how they operate, man. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's like very toxic situation, man. You know what I mean? I just, you know, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't deal, man, with this situation, man. It's like people just want to, I don't know.
Okay. Some tough decisions. I know him already. I know. No, just to ensure that this guy makes it on there. Remember, he's got 60 seconds, Nate. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to go with me. I know it.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Like how, you know, sorry I lost my train of thought. But yeah, man, it's just a real toxic ass situation, man. You can't put the feet of a situation of certain things and put it on one guy. It's like you know, it takes two to tango end of the day and shit. You know what I mean? And everybody's to blame for that situation, that hot mess out there in LA. You know what I mean? The fans, the GM, the players, the coaches, you know. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's just like for y'all to put all these situations, you Laker fans put all these situations on certain things. It's crazy, man. Like how that this shit people will just move the goalposts and shit. You know. So, you know, that's the way it is, man. You know what I mean? Just the situation is fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man, what to make of the situation. But the situation, you know, we know what time it is with that shit. But let me know what y'all think.